Alrighty, my good friends, hello again for another installment of Falcon BMS campaigns. Now, we're going to be taking on a different theater of operations. We're shifting our focus a little bit to the west, referencing Korea, or to the east, depends on how you look at the globe. We are essentially over here or in the southern portion of the European continent. This is our theater of operation, the Balkans. We're starting a new campaign. It's going to be the Under Siege campaign. So we're starting from bottom to top. The basic scenario is as follows. Serbia invades Albania for annexation. NATO orders are to repel the invasion and push the Serbs back to their borders for a 20 miles buffer zone. Right off the bat, I see that we have a carrier task force over here in the Adriatic, if I'm not mistaken. See, so they have 5 operational squadrons. Is the CVN-71 Roosevelt. So we're going to be operating out this carrier, and I'm playing actually on taking on the role of squadron commander for this Hornet squadron. Those guys fly the Charlie Hornet. They have 10 operational airplanes, so we can set up a nice rotational sortie pattern and start doing what is needed from us. Now, let's kick this thing off. Let me throw some quick sorties over the frag board and see you guys in the action. Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking off this thing with a bang. So this is the region we're going to be operating in, and we're stationed on the CVN-71, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Roosevelt carrier. We're gonna be flying Hornets. Oh yeah, baby, Charlie Hornets. We're based over here in the Adriatic Sea. We're gonna be pushing flights inland in support of ground coalition forces. This is where the main force NATO forces are stationed over here on the west, on the west portion of the Balkans Peninsula. They have Greece behind them, and some of the bases over here, supply bases, are positioned on Greece mainland. Well, our objective actually is I'm part of this fraction, and our objective is to push the Serbs north back towards the Serb border, and we are as a kind of a bonus objective is to provide just about a 20 miles buffer zone from the border, so we are to push them towards north there. We are gonna push north, and we are to take some key cities and set up checkpoints there. We also have some NATO troops out there, which mainly consist of supply battalions. So right now I can see how this thing is set up. So supply comes in from the west, so the mainland supply routes are fairly secure. I would say they're actually pretty well secure. We have a defensive perimeters all over the coastline, over all the Italian coastlines, really, which consists of let me see what it consists of. Yeah, well, we have well, AAA here and there, and some short range, medium range SAM systems there. So a pretty pretty well set up. So all those M's you see there, those are supply battalions. However, there's something very wrong with those supply routing, because they're over here to the west, and the main force that's actually going to be moving north is way over here to the east from this perspective. So how those guys are going to get effective supplies, I'm not aware of at this point. And you can see the string of supply units that runs all across this eastern coast of Italy. So they're going to be probably going to be flying in supplies. They're going to be actually not flying in supplies. They're going to be moving across the water. They're going to be crossing the Adriatic, and probably going to be flying in, yeah, as well. So setting up the supply route, the first and most important piece of planning that you have to do. It's already being done to to a great extent by the AI. As you see, it's already set up, and the AOG, those are tankers carrying fuel, and you can see they're carrying fuel towards Greece, and from the supply centers there, supply logistics and coordination centers there, they are reaching the troops over here in the front line. So this is pretty well set up, providing that we actually are able to adequately protect those supply lines there. We're going to see how this thing goes. So moving on, as far as operational proceedings go, I am seeing over here the CVN. This is our carrier over here. The Serbs have set up this task force of patrol boats. Those are actually, I did a quick recon on them. Those turn out to be the OSA 2 type patrol boats. So it's pretty evident what they are trying to do. So they're trying to block supplies going in over here, the Balkans mainland. So this is exactly what they're trying to do. And as you can see, we have some tankers over here on standby, waiting just to push east and deliver supplies over here to the friendlies on the ground. So this is pretty much starts to self-describe itself, what the actions of the enemy are and what they might be. So the first order of business is to take out those task force formations over here, take out those patrol boats, to clear a path for those tankers. Also, take out any SAM batteries over here on inland, and set up recon flights over here in this portion here of the coast, in order to see if there are any land-based anti-ship missiles that are going to be a threat to friendly supply ships. Now, I'm not sure if actually land-based anti-ship missiles are simulated in Falcon, but this is what I would do anyway, just to reveal any troops that might be a threat to a friendly shipping in the Adriatic. So those are the most immediate tasks. As far as completing that task, I have set up 4 TASMO flights. Now I'm going to be flying this package 16237. Our takeoff time is 7:13 in the morning. So kicking this thing off pretty much. Um, straight on. So we're focusing over here, steer 3 and steer 4. We're expecting those guys to be there. They're pretty close, just about 25, 26 nautical miles from our carrier task force. We also have our squadron buddies taking care of uh, the next pair of ship targets. Those PC symbols should represent actually two OSA patrol boats, so we should be expecting to hit 4 targets. This is the perfect scenario. So that's the second target group, number 6 and number 7 on the waypoints, and this is the third target group over here to the north, and this is the I think the last target group. Yes, so those are 2, 4, 6, 8 target formations in total. The perfect scenario is to launch all Hornets in quick succession, strike targets, and recover the carrier for the SAM loadout, and then take out the SAM and start taking pictures of this coastline, see what's what. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're not concerned with this tanker because it's not an immediate threat to us over here. The Serbian tanker or the Yugoslav tanker, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the most immediate and the first thing I'm gonna do, just to try to lighten up the load over here on friendlies. Yeah, so let's jump in the cockpit of this amazing bird, the Hornet, and let's do some naval ops. Right there we are, just completed final checks. We're hooked up the catapult, blast shields up, running this thing up full AB. Okay, there we are, blast off. Full rudder gear goes up. Balance steer of 3. We're walking out of this pattern there of right turn, climbing ever so slightly to gain some air. Dollies up, waiting number 2. Number 2 just launched. Okay, remember, very close to steer 3, which is our target steer. So we're gonna go a little bit towards the northwest, just so we can have time to prep. Okay, that's a Roger. Lining up the harpoons. That's pretty much what we have on board here. Harpoons are ready, so switching to weapon. We're using the medium skin area. We're flying low, and we're doing the skim maneuver on pretty much all stations. I want to make sure we set everything up, and also we want to monitor the raw so as we don't get painted by some naval radars. They shouldn't be a factor, pretty much. The ocean boats, but want to make sure though the enemy doesn't have a ace up their sleeves and field some kind of defense unit. There we are. We go to C mode. On radar, we center right at steer 3. We go Victor 1. And we're going fancy leads 11.8.
2, fence in.
We have a bunch of Hornet returns there and Patriot from the Italian coast. We also have an AWACS there. So it's okay. There's steer 3 targets. So I'm taking the lead guy. Just want to make sure I declare him.
Hornet, 3-1, Chalice, 1, contact is a bogey.
It's a bogey. We'll make sure switch in form 2. Take that picture in form 3 for tactical
Hornet,
calls.
3-1, Chalice, 1, picture clear.
Okay, I'm taking lab guy. Okay, that's one pickle. Come on, come on, come on. Looking for a second contact, and there's a second contact there. I'll make sure to declare this guy as well.
Hornet, 3-1, Chalice, 1, contact is a bogey.
Alright, good.
Hornet, 3-2, I've got a good angle on him.
Chaff flare.
Okay.
Loser,
Lane 2 off the
2,
monitor.
Wilco. 2,
Chaff flare.
I'll make sure to take the picture frequently here.
Hornet, 3-1, Chalice, 1, picture clear.
Of course, I want to make sure that we're powering on all the harpoons independently. Have to power on all the stations there. So it's just a little goof up on my part, and you can actually see the missiles skimming the surface. Okay, so no nails. So you have, if I say 5 nails, which is pretty normal. Which is pretty normal. We also have the time cap. Nails. We're picking in station 8 on the next run. I'm gonna pick up that trail guy, steer 3. And I'm switching steer 4. Hopefully it's gonna be a pretty fast mission. Just 22 miles from target. Turn this thing up nice and easy. There are those guys. There they are. Taking this trail guy. Okay, you gotta be nice and level when picking those off. And we have one good hit. Have one good hit. Let's take a picture again and go steer 4.
Hornet, 3-1, Chalice, 1, picture clear.
Oh yeah, we have some returns there definitely. I'll try my best not to overfly those guys.
Hornet, 3-1, Chalice, 1, contact is a bogey.
And good hits here as well.
Caution. Caution.
Oh, pickle. And pickle this one off. It's a pretty long pickle. On the harpoon, but yeah, holding to it releases. Okay, kind of lost those returns. Trying not to overfly those guys, even though they're pretty much busted. I'm letting to his weapons free.
Hornet, 3-2, unable.
Okay. We kind of bent the jet. Got a little bit excited there.
Chaff flare.
Yeah, pretty much maintenance can handle that. Good hits there, and there we go. This one of the vessels sunk. Feed that picture in.
Hornet 3-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
Okay, this should be number 2. Yes, that's him. Okay, I'm gonna make one more pass there. You can see this thing skimming. I'm gonna make one more pass on that pair, so they're definitely moving west, and that's something I don't like, because those guys have anti-ship missiles, and I don't want them to employ those. That can be a very bad day for a carrier. Okay, there's number 2 running around there.
2, Wilco.
Data.
Okay, so he has, yeah, well, nodding his steer, yeah, there he is. We might have one return there. That's definitely return. Yeah. Okay, so this guy's getting shot at. Okay, that's a Magnum.
Chaff flare.
Some Witchstone harpoons. Number 2 is going to expand his, providing air cover while he does it. And feed that picture in.
Hornet 3-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
It's a clear picture. Let's have 2.
Hornet 3-2, 3, Bruisers. 2, Radar. 2, Heat.
Okay, and as you can
Fuel
see,
state
the
11, 6.
radar is filled with friendlies there. Those are our squadron buddies, actually, doing their TASMOs. Let's see what those guys are.
Hornet 3-1, Chalice 1, contact is friendly.
A bunch of friendlies there. Hey, we got hit as tier 4 as well. I'm looking for hit on this lead frigate. The number 2 rejoin.
Hornet 3-2, on my way.
Okay, pretty happy with that. We come back. Reload. And get back up into the air. We're gonna decide we're gonna be doing some more TASMO, or we're switching to seat. It remains to be seen. But so far so good.
Altitude. Altitude.
Don't want to hang around there too
Chaff
much.
flare.
Hornet 3-2, on my way.
Okay, we're going back to Roosevelt. And looks like we got a miss on this guy. I'm gonna try to make 2 engage him, so we don't go home completely empty-handed. Yeah, he's definitely moving, and he's moving west. So they're definitely moving in range. I don't know. They have detected actually friendlies the carrier group, but I can't risk it. I shouldn't risk this thing. Let's see what 2 has to say about this guy right there.
Two, Wilco.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much where I want him.
Hornet, 3-1, Chalice, 1, picture clear.
Keep feeding that picture in. A bunch of hornets over here to the west, to the east. There's some more groups to the east, so yeah, we're hard at work. Let you separate, let you pickle, and RTB.
Chaff flare.
Okay, I don't know what 2's doing, but I'm gonna call this guy off and just RTB.
Hornet, 3-2, on my way.
Should have shot by now. Alright, the RTB it's 9.9.
Chaff flare.
And there's our airfield in the sea. There's Garia. So we join straight in. Well, actually not straight in, but we're doing our base. We join our base. And this looks like prowlers. Or prowlers. And we're kind of moving away from Falcons a little bit here. Just for diversity's sake. we're doing these Hornet runs. They're gonna be pretty fun. So as far as I know, Falcons are stationed in southern Italy. We might do some sorties with the Viper later, but we're sticking to the Hornet for now. So pretty pretty cool missions with the Hornet, and those, as you can see, were launched rapidly there. We picked up the right weapons, we engaged the right targets, and I think we should have pretty good effect. Now those guys are moving pretty closely, and what I should have done here, I should have notified a base about the fact that we actually had one leaker, so that they can actually frac flight just to hit that leaker, because when he gets into range to employ his weaponry on our carrier, it's going to be pretty ugly business. I don't think it's going to be too much of a big deal. I can actually always, from a recon map, I can frag another flight there in this region just to make sure this guy's taken out. Okay, we're slowing my speed up. There, we're going to join here just nicely. We're going to slot in this formation. Alright. Very nice. Can just drop my hook. Drop my gear. Looking good. Actually slightly sideways, and those guys are making their zigzagging patterns there. I want to make sure they're not easy targets. Okay, he's in the turn. Is he trying to nail this landing there? And we can go back to idle here. Nosewheel steering, and start bringing this thing around for rearm, refuel. So we can actually clear the deck there. And we can actually float those puppies up. Come on. And they're folding just nicely. And keep this flow going. Launch and recover, and dropping dropping ammo in between. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Putting brake on. This is pretty much it. And see you guys in the next one. This is where we're going to be doing just clearing the waters of threats, and moving on to Sam in the future ones. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the debriefing. Alright, so it turns out to be a pretty successful mission there. We actually managed to get 100% hit ratio and we destroyed two patrol boats. I'm not sure if those are actually patrol boats or frigates, or what the exact type of those vessels is, but two kills on me, and Lieutenant Vivaldi also got one kill. He managed to destroy Nosa 2 as well. So this is a mission success. Plenty happy about this one. And as you can as you can see there, we have activity over there to the north as well. So I might have to rinse and repeat this one. We still have 5 groups there. They either move north without, or actually the other flights without actually causing any damage to them, or they took some damage and they're retreating towards the north, although I don't see which naval base they're going to retreat to. So a little bit of confusion there. Nevertheless, still high threat. Those are 100% operational. And let's see. Status, those are 100% operational. So flying threats, I don't know why, completely ineffective, at least against those two there. Moving, yeah, moving north for those guys. Yeah, 100% operational. We shouldn't let them move north because you know this is our main supply pool over here. You can see a lot of friendly tankers, supply depots, ground assets over here. We have patrol boats as well. I'm not sure of their battle ready status, but definitely something we have to take care of these patrol boats. And actually, I haven't played around with the new rendition of the harpoon missile, so it's going to be pretty fun for me to actually launch another fight and use this missile. Pretty cool missile. So as far as fuel consumption, I know the F-18 is a pretty much a fuel hog. So we took off with I would say 14,000 pounds, and we landed actually 9.5, I would say. And this was a short flight, so yeah, definitely something we have to take into consideration. A lot of fuel. We're gonna consume a lot of fuel in those missions, and yeah, pretty much that's what I'm gonna be doing. Launching Dasmo flights to make sure I clean those guys up. I'm gonna start over here the those northern task forces, because apparently, yeah, they're moving north. There might not be any threat to friendlies whatsoever, but I just don't want to risk it, and I'm gonna switch the attention to my squadron bodies over here to some suppression of enemy air defense duties, since they didn't do too good Dasmo wise. Alright guys, stay tuned for more.